Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade. Today is Mass Make Monday. I have, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I put out new videos. I have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule right now. Mondays are Mass Make Mondays. Wednesdays are for Betty's Custom Designs, design team projects, and Fridays will be either open collabs that I've joined or tips and tricks. So, but today's Mass Make Monday is we're going to make these little envelopes, and you can make them in a bunch of different ways. You know, obviously you can decorate them up. You can glue them to the page, you know, in any orientation that you want, really. You can decorate the paper. You can use whatever paper you want. There's just so many different options. So, but it's a very basic fold. So I'm just going to use this little piece of paper, and you just kind of fold one till it's a little bit more than half, and then fold the other to overlap. And then what I do is I just fold up the bottom just a little bit. That's going to be the height of your bottom flap right here. And then I fold down the top about twice as much. But there is no exact measuring here. You can do them whatever size you want. And then you open it up. And then I like to cut just, there's the line right here, the crease that's there, but I like to cut just angled off of it. You know, I'm just showing you the shape of the angle, or the, you know, the angle this way, but it's actually just a very shallow angle, just a little bit. And you just cut down to where those lines cross. And then again, you just go just a little bit past and go at a slight angle. And one more time, mimicking what we did on the first side. There we go. And then up here at the top, we do the same on these cuts. On the outside here, just taking them ever so slightly, just a little bit more than what's necessary. And then this is going to be your upper flap, so you have some options here. I like to kind of fold everything in. I don't really worry about those flaps. And then I like to get those corners, you know, and I hold it pretty well, like clamped right there. And then you can do this any number of ways. On the video today, I'm going to show you a couple. The simple one is to just take that angle. And there we go. Now we have our base. And then what you do, or how I glue it, is I fold the one flap under, put just a little bit of glue right along its edge, and then just a little bit of glue along this edge, and then lay them down. And that way they'll hold down, but you won't be using a huge amount of glue. And then I fold up the top, or I glue the bottom, this bottom flappy right along its edge, and then the top does not get glued. I mean, you know, obviously you don't want it glued if you're going to be using it. You could add a piece of the double-sided tape and only take off one side if you want to make it sealable for the person. But I think that turned out really cute with this little game piece. I might take a stamp or an image and fill in that white space. But very cute. I'll show that again with this hymnal page, which is what the original was made out of. Again, you just fold to, you know, just over half. So, excuse me, just over half. And then you fold to just over half. Get this lined up over that, so if it drips, it'll drip on the scrap, not on my board. And then just up. And about, this is, let's see, let's measure it. Just over half an inch. I really don't measure things a lot when I'm just making these little standalones, because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to fit any particular space or anything like that. And then cut. And cut. It's a lot easier to cut not on camera. Isn't it funny how that works? You know, as soon as the camera comes on, everything becomes so much harder. So, oh, I forgot to cut this up. This way first. I'm just cutting to that corner, and then I fold the pages in, fold it, get that corner nice and lined up. And then what I did on that first one is I did an arc, you know, like that. And try that one more time so I can get it a little bit deeper. And there we go. And so now we have the rounded flap. But you anchor it the same way. Just put just a little bit of glue right along the edge. And then a little bit of glue right along this edge. And when you fold those together, they glue right out to the edges. And then a little bit of glue along there. And there we go. Got another little packet. It's basically like a seed packet. Might be what it's called. I'm not really sure. It's just an envelope, you know. Don't really worry about the names of them once I learn how to do them. Okay, so here's another one, and we could go ahead and take this apart, but I'm going to go ahead and try something. I'll get rid of those scraps first. Where, see, we have a very clear center point on this one, so fold this just over half, and fold this just over half, and then fold it our bottom. And fold down the top. And this will make a little bit of a bigger one. This is a great way to use up, you know, the glossy pages like this. You have like animal books that have really pretty pictures in it. This could be a great way to help you use up those pages. So we cut. You know, these can be a little, if you don't kind of like cutting precisely, then these are probably not going to be a great mask make for you. This is going to be something that's going to take you a little time. I'm going really slow because I'm on camera, but usually when I make these off camera, without having to try and, you know, keep track of what I'm doing for somebody else, I can get to going quite quickly on these. I'll do a bunch of folding, and then I'll go and do the cutting, that sort of thing. And I do like just the sharp angle. It's a little bit easier to manage. So, there we go. Just a thin little bit of glue there, thin little bit of glue there. And then we fold. Then just a thin little bit of glue on the bottom. And we're done. If it bothers you that this is the word, you know, it's Canada, obviously. But if it bothers you that that's upside down, you know, you could just take another little piece, you know, one of the pieces that you cut off, and just cover it. You could cover it with another book page, just a little piece of white, you know, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. It doesn't bother me that word's upside down there. But so that gives you a pretty good sized pocket, and because of the crease in it, it does want to pop open. So this is one I would probably mount to a page. But this would also be a good way to, like, if you're going to include some ephemera, you know, some small ephemera with your junk journal, then this would be a great way to package it. Another little tip here is you can go ahead and sneak your circle punch in here and add a thumb hole. You know, you don't want to go over halfway, but there you go. Now you've got a thumb hole to make it a little bit easier to grab stuff in and out. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped you, you know, figure out how to do something new. Give you some ideas. So I greatly appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I think I already said, yeah, I'm going to start saying my little shtick at the beginning, you know, about my schedule. So I don't need to say it again now. This one I just did a very small flap at the top. You know, there really are no rules. You can do it however you want to. You can, in fact, leave the lower flaps and just cut like so, and like this. And then I do prefer, if I'm going to leave them, I will come in and I will trim them down by like a third still. So that's why I usually just go ahead and cut them off, because if I still have to make that cut, is it worth it, you know, to leave them there? I don't really think so. And sometimes I don't even worry about getting the two side flaps, you know, at the top even exactly. I just kind of go ahead and just get to cutting. And that's how they kind of pick up this pace, you know, as you get going. You find little things like that, little ways that work for you and how your brain processes angles and cuts and everything. Because I have found that, you know, I can watch somebody's videos and love what they've created, but have absolutely no idea how to follow those steps to get there. And then watch another video of a similar item, but because the way that they explain it, you know, now it makes sense, and I can do what the first person was trying to teach me to do in the first place. So, you know, that's why I've started making videos, because you never know, you know, who's gonna understand the way that you explain something, you know, because we each explain the same exact thing so many different ways. But you see how all those flaps came together, and they're all in there, but hidden. Just rubbing off my little bit of excess glue there. This one's got an interesting texture to the edge of that flap. I like that. So I think this one, because see, this one, it came off just a little bit uneven there. So in order to fix that, I'm just going to slip this guy in there and get him centered up. Pop that off, and boom, took care of that, no problem. And of course you can ink these and all of that. So thank you very much for your time. Come back next week. I've got videos, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you.